Welcome to Nattys Crafts. Let's get crafting. We're going to make some twine pumpkins. I saw these on Kirkland's website and think they are adorable. I think they had them last year as well, if I'm not mistaken. So we are going to be using this dark brown jute cord. I believe this was from Hobby Lobby, probably. I'm going to guess. And to make it, all I'm going to do is I'm going to make circles. So I'm going to wrap the jute cord or the wire jute around I'm just using a can or a bottle of spray paint because it was the right size, about the size that I wanted. So I'm just going to wrap it around and around and around a whole bunch of times. Now the one at Kirkland's was very full, like lots and lots of strands. I didn't have that much jute cord to go around, so mine is not going to be nearly as full as theirs was. But I believe theirs was like $40 some and mine will be less than $5. So there's a trade-off here. So once you've got it all wrapped around, you just want to pull that off of whatever shape you're going to use, and then you can figure out if it's enough, if it's thick enough. Now that was not. And so I ended up adding a second piece here. That's what I'm doing here, is just kind of winding two pieces together. And then we'll be able to shape it into an actual pumpkin. So I'm just going to gather the circles in the middle, and I'm going to wrap another piece of this jute cord or jute wire around the middle of the pumpkin. And then I have a little stick there. That's what's going to be my stem. And I thought that was cute because it's very natural. Obviously, it's an actual stick from my yard. So that was cute. And I just stuffed it in there, and then I am going to have to take it out and cut it. This was not an easy task, but I grabbed my good Cutco scissors, and they were able to cut this stick fairly easily with my little broken hands. So it was good. So once I've got my little stem in the middle and I've got the cord wrapped around, I'm just going to tighten the cord in the middle. I'm going to tighten it up as tight as it can go and wrap it around a bunch of times, just so that my stem stays in place and my pumpkin also stays the correct shape. So that's all I'm doing here, is just wrapping that cord around the middle. Then once we've got it all wrapped, then you're going to want to shape it and make it be however big or small you want. This was very round, and so I didn't want a short little squatty pumpkin. I wanted it to be taller. And so you'll see here in a moment where I'm pushing the circles in there. You can see I'm pushing them in so it's a little bit more of an oval shape instead of circle. Makes it a little bit taller. And to me, looks more like a pumpkin. And that's pretty much it. Like, that's the easiest craft ever in life. I made, again, another one in a lighter color. I'll show you. Hopefully you'll be able to see it better. But those are my two little pumpkins. And see how the light one looks taller, but it's actually the same exact size. It's just because I pushed the circles more into an oval shape. So those are my cute little pumpkins. And again, these I found from the Kirkland's website. And then we're going to update a Dollar Tree Scarecrow. Now their little scarecrows are adorable, and I'm going to put this at my desk at work. I have a tiny little office, but I do decorate. So I'm going to put my little fall decorations out fairly soon. So this will be my little scarecrow. And what we're going to have to do is stuff him because he's way too flat and he doesn't look like he has any life. So we're going to give him some life. And I'm going to use just a Dollar Tree bag because they give you 800 of them when you buy 3 items. So I'm going to use one to use as my stuffing. And literally just cutting pieces and wrapping them together and stuffing it in his little openings. Ironically, his legs or his pants were open in the back. So it was almost as if they wanted you to stuff him. They almost knew that it was just too flat. And you could make him as big or as little as skinny or as fat as you wanted. And so then I just kind of even him out so he's the right size. And then I didn't like his little suspenders. I've never known a man that's worn suspenders, and so I had to get rid of those. And we're going to put a belt on him instead. So I'm just cutting off his little suspenders here. And because they were only glued at the top and then under his pants, you can't even tell that they were there at all. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish stuffing him. So I'm going to make a slit. The shirt didn't have an opening at all, so I'm making a slit in the back of the shirt so that I can stuff his arms. And my knife apparently was not very sharp. Which, I don't know if you know this, but that's more dangerous than having a sharp knife, just so that you know. So I'm just going to, again, cut some pieces off of that Dollar Tree bag and just stuff them in his little arms. Give him a little life. And then he had this little patch. It's an awfully big patch, actually. But I left it on. I thought it was okay. And so I just wanted to glue it down so it didn't look like it was falling off. So I just glued his little knee patch down. And then we're going to make his belt and also some buttons for his shirt. So I'm using the Dollar Tree faux leather. This is a navy color, which went with his outfit, I thought. And I didn't even measure, I didn't do anything. I just literally cut a piece off, and that's what we're going with. So now I'm just wrapping it around his waist to see how much I actually need. And then we're going to glue it together. I put one little dot of glue in the back, and then here I'm just going to put a dot of glue on each side of his body so that the belt doesn't start to fall off. And then glue in the middle too. Eventually I'll glue in the middle as well. And then we're going to make some buttons for his shirt. So I'm just using a hole punch and a little scrap piece of that leather. And I'm just making 3 buttons, and they happen to be a good size in my opinion. So that's what I'm going to use for his little buttons. And I lost one of the buttons. It got captured into the little hole punch. And then we are just going to glue it on. Now I did put a little belt buckle on his belt. That was just a piece of glitter paper that I've got on there that I just made a square. And then we're just going to hot glue his buttons onto his shirt. The fun thing about this is you could change the colors, you could change the style, you could make him look crazy or not, or leave suspenders. And I thought he's adorable. He will look adorable on my little desk. And such an easy craft as well. The kids probably could get involved in this. If you have children or grandchildren, they might want to get involved with this because this was kind of a fun one to make him look cool. And I thank you so much for stopping by Nattys Crafts. I sure hope that you could give the video a big thumbs up. Make sure to leave a comment down below and always subscribe. Whenever you subscribe, you should hit the bell so that you know when the next video comes out. Again, I thank you so much for stopping by, and be sure to appreciate today, as tomorrow is never promised. Thanks, y'all. Y'all have a great one.